I definitely identify as a trauma therapist. And so, what that means for me is not only am I a talk therapist, I love talk therapy, I think it can be really great, I love it for myself, but I also think that it falls short in delivering what people need. And so, as a trauma therapist, I also understand how stressful experiences, things that are overwhelming and leave people feeling confused or powerless, actually leave an imprint in our nervous system. And having an understanding of our neurobiology and understanding that our behavior isn't just directed by our logical, rational thought. My clients didn't think and talk their way into the problems that they're experiencing. And so I don't expect them to think and talk their way out of these problems, but I actually offer them some body-based and neurobiologically based interventions, approaches that they can use at home, but also that we're using in session that goes beyond that logical, rational brain and more into our nervous system that's actually programmed for our survival. And not just our physical survival, but also our relational survival. Humans are born dependent on one another for not only our survival, but also just for having a fulfilling existence. And so I think it's easy to neglect that understanding that a lot of these things are actually nervous system and body based. And so to be able to combine talk therapy with an understanding how we're wired, I think offers people a different way, and that a way that I feel confident in offering people, that I'm not just going to let you talk about your problems and listen to you. I'm actually going to really get in there in a deep and meaningful way and offer you some different ways that are going to result in more like freedom and mobility in how you're able to respond, instead of feeling like you're stuck in these responses that you can't have control over. A lot of my clients have done talk therapy. Some of them have loved it. Some of them have had not so great experiences. But most of them feel frustrated with, I had some awareness, I had some insight, but that didn't actually translate into change. And so I'm very what we call experiential in my work, which means that I pay a lot of attention to what's happening in the here and now, in this room between you and creating experiences where you do actually think and feel differently in the therapy room. And that's what actually translates to thinking and feeling outside of the therapy room.